Okay, so let's be honest. Most of us really struggle to get genuinely useful results from AI, right? We get these generic answers, not actionable plans. But what if I told you that one simple pattern could completely transform your prompts? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down that exact pattern so you can go from making these vague requests to getting truly brilliant results.
So, let's set the scene. You've got a complex project, a big idea, maybe a really challenging task. You turn to your AI assistant for help, but the response you get is just kind of meh, you know? It's vague, it's generic, and it's not really something you can do anything with.
Does this feel familiar? You ask something like, "Hey, can you help me with this project?" And what you get back is this high-level, almost textbook summary. It's exactly why so many people get frustrated and think AI just isn't ready for serious work yet. But here's the secret. The problem isn't the AI, it's the prompt.
But what if there was a simple two-part formula to fix this whole thing? Well, guess what? There is. It's a combination of two powerful patterns. First, defining a role and a goal, and second, applying what's called task decomposition. Now, I know that sounds a little technical, but trust me, it's beautifully simple in practice.
Here's how it works. Think of it this way. The first part, role plus goal, gives the AI a professional identity and a really specific mission. This is the what and the why. It forces the AI to start thinking from a specific expert's point of view. Then, task decomposition comes in and provides the how. It tells the AI to break that big, scary problem into smaller, manageable steps, creating a structured, logical workflow.
Theory is great and all, but let's see the proof, right? We're about to walk through 4 real-world scenarios that show just how dramatic the difference is when you actually apply this pattern.
First up, a classic corporate challenge, planning a big internal operations rollout. This is exactly the kind of thing where vague plans can cause massive headaches down the line.
So the before prompt is what pretty much everyone would write, just a simple request for help. But look at the after. By telling it you are an operations director and giving it a specific goal of creating a detailed structure, we're not just asking for help anymore. We're commanding a specific type of expert analysis. And the result? It's night and day. We don't get some vague list of suggestions. We get a professional, 5-phase project plan. It even identified which tasks could be done at the same time, flagged potential risks, and created a dependency map the team could start working with immediately. Now that's the power of specificity.
All right, let's move on to our next case, proposal writing. This is a super common task for consultants and sales teams where, clarity and professionalism are absolutely everything.
And again, you can see the pattern. The before is just a generic plea for help. The after completely transforms the AI into a senior consultant. The goal is precise. Break this task into a sequence and then draft the content. We've given it a professional standard it has to meet.
And this is where things get really cool, because it illustrates the next level value. The AI didn't just write something, it created a workflow, and, this is crucial, it identified information that was missing. It started acting like a real senior consultant, thinking ahead and flagging gaps. It became a strategic partner, not just a text generator.
Now for a really high-stakes scenario, a startup's product launch. This is the kind of thing that requires super tight, cross-functional coordination. No room for error here. So the original prompt would probably give you a generic checklist you could find anywhere online. But the new prompt assigns the expert role of a product manager and demands a specific hierarchical structure, phases, steps, and sub-steps. It also explicitly asks for key business elements like success metrics and risks. And the output? It was a strategic document ready for a leadership review. A full, logical sequence from discovery all the way to launch, complete with all the sub-steps and metrics we asked for. I mean, this isn't just an outline. It's a full-blown operational blueprint. Our final example is one that can save managers countless hours, breaking down a complex task for delegation. This is a big one.
This one is just fantastic. We're not just asking for a breakdown, we're asking the AI to act as a team lead, creating a plan specifically for a junior teammate. That context, that the person doing the work is new and has limited experience, is absolutely key here.
The result is a total game changer for managers. The AI produced a workflow that actually doubles as a training document, complete with clear checkpoints to keep a junior teammate on track. This simple prompt literally saves hours and hours of manual prep work.
So, we've seen these incredible results. But why does this combo work so darn well? Let's quickly break down the simple, powerful logic that's really behind it all.
Giving the AI a role and a goal provides it with a professional lens. It's like putting on a pair of expert glasses. It forces the AI to stop thinking like a generalist language model and start thinking like a specialist, an operations director, a consultant, a product manager. It taps into all that domain-specific knowledge.
And then, task decomposition gives the AI a method to follow. So instead of trying to solve one huge, complex problem all at once and then collapsing into a vague summary, it follows a structured process. It builds the solution step by step, making sure the final output is logical, detailed, and actually actionable. And that, right there, is the secret sauce. The lens provides the perspective, the method provides the process. Together, they take a messy, complex request and just transform it into a clear, structured, professional-grade output.
Okay, now for the best part. This isn't just some theory, it's a tool you can use right now. So let's make this immediately actionable for you.
Here's a little mission for you this week. First, pick one project you're working on right now. Then, just think, who is the perfect expert to help me with this? That's your role. What is the single best result I need from them? That's your outcome. Then, you just plug those two things into the template. It's that easy.
And here it is, the template you can literally just copy and paste. You are a role. Your goal is to outcome. From there, just add your context and any specific rules. Start with this simple structure and I promise you will be amazed at the clarity and quality you get back. So, what complex task are you going to transform first?